Sunday morning.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm sending out a tweet right now. Today marks, I don't know if it's in the program or not, or on the app. Today marks the 10th anniversary of my YouTube career and happy NES Punk at the same time. And you guys are here to help celebrate that, I guess, with tasty cakes and Reese's peanut butter cups and Drake's cakes. We don't have Drake's cakes on the West Coast, so I'm very happy to see that. So we're still figuring out some of the tech stuff here. So we're trying to figure out the audio on the NES to do the laptop's good? Okay. So, all right. It's been a fun 10 years, right?
Yeah.
No, not really. It's been okay. So it's sort of been a strange sort of I guess journey. I was just trying to tweet something out about it. I guess I'll wait. You don't ever know where life is going to take you, I guess, or where you're going to end up on any endeavor, or any career, or whatever path. I hear someone crying. Yes, the time was that bad. It doesn't get much better. I'm sorry. But 10 years ago, I was back in New Jersey, and yes, I left it, but I didn't give it up for someone boo. But I was just I was a lot different. I had no gray hairs 10 years ago. I had shorter hair and bad eyebrows. But anyway, metrosexual stage. So we'll talk about that. But it was sort of like a lark to say, let's do a video. It was like June. I think I filmed in mid-June. I had to turn the AC off, muggy New Jersey summer, and it was just something to do as not a joke, but hey, I'll just do this. Everyone else is doing it. Someone named the Angry Video Game Nerd is doing this, or Angry Nintendo Nerd is doing this. And there's some awful videos out there. I always reference it's still on YouTube. There's a really, really bad Three Stooges NES game review on YouTube. If you probably sort on YouTube by date, you would probably actually see it come up. And I figured, since being that I was a game collector since the late 90s, that I could, and I had some film experience. I did a feature-length film in college that I never really talk about because it's not terrible, but it's not something I would go out and show people. But look at my writings when I was 20 and directing. Could be a little cringy here and there. But I had some film experience. I did a couple of short films, and I figured, why not buy a camera and then try this out? Because back then it's not like you could anyone just film on their smartphone or a little handheld camera. So I did that, and then with no lighting, if you guys remember that. Who here actually remembers the first video I did, Baseball Stars? Who remembers it? Ian actually saw one of my videos. Wow.
I've seen about 10.
Hey, 10 years.
15% of the library. But whenever you start something new, there's no way to get feedback, especially on YouTube in 2008. I mean, there was no one watching most of it. Like the videos that were seen the most on the front page weren't getting more than 10,000 views. I mean, that's how small YouTube was, 15,000, 20,000. So there was no feedback at all. But somehow I continued on. The first video I did, I probably only got 100 views in the first month, maybe. Who was searching for baseball stars or NES reviews, maybe 150, 200. But then I almost gave up. I almost said, this is kind of dumb because I wasn't getting feedback, and I didn't know anyone else that did YouTube videos. Personally, I didn't know Norm. I didn't know guys like Pixel Dan. I didn't know Game Chasers. I didn't know James. So there was no community to sort of build off of, or get feedback from, or to learn from, or to listen to. So it was a shot in the dark to keep doing it. And I almost gave up. I almost quit after the first video. The second video was Three Stooges, and in the second video, I was like, this is weird. I'm shooting myself on camera in a, I guess, kind of character. I hadn't really defined the character yet. It wasn't really gonna come until a couple videos later to be like this more wackier character. And I sort of figured out that was probably the way to go with it. But I almost said to myself, this is just dumb and pointless. Why am I doing this? And you guys probably would be better off. But but I kept doing it, and then it got easier. And then I guess it was an outlet for my awful day job that was like crushing my soul. I quit 6 years ago. And so it just sort of went in ebbs and flows, and eventually like creators got familiar with my work. So like I'd go to conventions like MagFest, and guys like Linkara, Lewis, who's here, super nice guy, knew about my work. Like they knew about my work, and then all the people surrounding Linkara saying, oh, they're fans, that had no idea why he was talking to me or acknowledging me. You know, so it was really a weird time where I was known to like some of the producers, but other people had no idea. I didn't have a following at all. Like I had like, 400 subscribers, 500, for the first couple of years. And then thankfully people like, James, I reached out to James for like SGC 2010, which was really my first convention I went to as a guest loosely with my death slot, 10 a.m. Saturday morning slot, which like 10 people showed up to, literally 10. Ian has this is question time. Yes, Ian.
Was that the one with the map in your face?
Yes.
That was a good thing.
Ian, wow, this must be a immense. Ian just gave me a compliment. Give it up for Ian giving me a compliment. So we're talking 2 years in, I get my first panel, because I've been posting on Screw Attack, and game trailers and Screw Attack were, especially game trailers, were really good in getting my videos more well known, because they would speech, whoever the hell ran the game trailers user submissions, I have to thank them, because they would, whenever I would post a new video, they would put it like top user submission, or at least the top 3, especially for all the black box videos I split up into 30. That was kind of a move I didn't think would work, but then I did, because that was like 30 minutes of videos that I cut up into 30 videos. And it worked out, because then each minute or so went up on there, and they would just blanket the user submission page. And yes, game trailers, you think YouTube comments are bad. Game trailers are flat out just, I will kill you comments. Get AIDS and die sort of comments. That was what game trailers was. But whatever, I don't think I have AIDS, so it's fine. So we're glad, yeah. So here I am, I guess. But yeah, so people like James I reached out to, and he watched my, and James knew I was coming to SGC 2010, and he was like, oh, okay, you're from Jersey, I'm from Jersey, I get videos all the time sent to me, but he actually responded to my email, shot. And I sent him like the Russian attack video. You guys remember the Russian attack video? So, and then, so Russian attack video, I sent him like my first Flea Market Madness, which that was a weird surprise hit. I even tell people now that I sat on that footage for a year. I shot that in 2008. I shot that, when did I shoot that? I shot that 2008 or 9. I think I shot it right before the Pat the NES Punk first. No, I shot it in 2009, I think, but it didn't come out until 2010. I think that's what happened. And then that was a weird smash hit. On game trailers, it got like 35,000 views or 30,000 views. I was like, what the hell? Why do people want to see some idiot go to a flea market? I still don't get that. You guys like Flea Market Madness? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'm just reaching out for applause. But yeah, so SGC 2010 was really a sort of a, not a watershed moment, but it really helped me out, because I got to talk to James and commiserate with him and everyone at SGC 2010. The average age was probably, not even joking, the average age of the Congo was probably 16 years old. I mean, they literally had like parents hanging out there with kids and stuff, like they had a parents' room there. And me and James are like 30 years old, walking around like we're like, what the hell, we're like old men walking around here. But we commiserated, I didn't scare him off, and he gave me good feedback, and we eventually worked together like 3-4 times, and I'm grateful for that. And then Noah Spoonie, he did this Highlander Endgame video with me that I wrote, and he's like, yeah, I'll do this with you. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, he might have thought I was associated with Screw Attack when I wasn't. So that's always funny. He's like, oh yeah, I thought you were Screw Attack. I did a video with you. I shouldn't have. No, but so at least I got my name on the map, at least there. And then it gave me like a foothold where I could put out videos like every 5 or 6 weeks, and goofy shit like the Mad Mario Ball video, and like weird ass shit that no one cares about. Or I really remember myself that I did these videos, or dance aerobics, dancing in my Mario boxer shorts, just like bizarre stuff that, I don't know, it was just an outlet that I guess was fulfilling, because I think it goes back to, again, my soul crushing day job, where where it was just something to do to have fun. I wasn't making any money. I didn't make any money off of YouTube until like 2014 or 15. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, probably 14. You know, it was like blip money dripping in. Remember blip? Yeah. So, and then here we are. We have a successful senior podcast, Ian Ferguson. Give it up for Ian for agreeing to co-host. And we're not sick of each other yet.
Surprisingly.
We've gotten close a couple times. And then,
Talk about pirates.
and then what was
I
it?
said just don't talk about pirates and you're fine.
Talking about pirates, we're fine. And then, you know, stuff like the NES Marathon has been great support for from the community. And then, yeah, then certain other endeavors, video game years, and working with other YouTubers, working with Gerard, working with Brent Floss. The Bohemian Rhapsody was the only viral thing I ever did with Brent, but Brent was the mastermind behind that. And this all come out in my autobiography in a much more structured way that you guys actually be interested in. But yeah, and then here we are. It's like, you know, you branch out, you do a stupid guidebook that weighs way too much to take to conventions, and you sort of find your way into a new career that, you know, I'm thankful that you guys are, you know, along for the journey. Otherwise, what the hell am I going to be doing? I was speaking to an empty crowd here, like it was SGC 2010 with 8 people. Were you at SGC 2010?
SGC 2010.
Were you at my panel?
Yeah, it was.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Come on up. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Wes.
Wes. Okay. And you are what? How are you now? 28?
I'm 20.
You are 20.
And I was such a big fan of Screw Attack that I flew out, like, down to Texas to go to that.
Your parents put you on a plane at 10 years old.
Well, I went with my dad.
You did?
you
Okay.
know?
So the dad was waiting in that little room that they had there.
Yeah, no, I
Yes.
completely remember that.
With, like,
And plus
beanbag chairs.
it was in like the Gaylord. Is that what it was called?
That's MagFest, I think.
Oh, MagFest.
But
I forget where it was.
So you came to my panel Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Yeah. Because,
Why did you go? Why would you have gone?
Because it was like sensory overload. I think that was the year that.
So I want to go. There's nothing going on. No applause. No talking.
No, I was a fan of your videos. I actually had to look you up because I saw you on the
roster list. Uh-huh.
And then I was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. So that's how I actually found you.
And you remember how empty that room was?
It was a huge room and it was empty.
but
I remember my dad left halfway through.
Oh, wow. But you remember though that one thing to say about myself is that I always try to try to swing for the fences, and I try to do a little intro. I had that video.
Yeah, you
with
did.
the face in the map,
Yeah.
getting tied up.
See, I have to tell you this.
Wes is waiting for 8 years.
I was a really big introvert when I was little, and like these conventions and like especially what you did at your panel changed me into this like huge extrovert, you know?
Wow, this was not a plan. I did not plan
Yeah,
this.
no. Legitimately, yeah, no, that's what happened, and that was such a great convention. Do you remember a lot of that?
Oh, I remember everything
Yeah.
from that convention.
Do you remember the Iron Man when they had Sonic 4?
No, I don't.
All right, cool, awesome.
Well, Wes, thanks for being one of the 10 people at my panel that got my Nintendo Power silver pins I gave out to everyone.
I lost that.
Well, that's it for my career. Thank you for Wes.
A very tender moment.
You know I spent money on those pins, Wes, right? You know those are vintage, right? Those are like $15 each now, $20 each.
$10.
I'm shocked because the thing about that panel was just that it was a sort of microcosm for my career because it was like I put in way too much effort than I should have for no return. But it was great because like Pro Jared was in the back, friends with Jared, We had Spoonie check me out, make sure I wasn't insane before we did our video, and James Rolfe came and checked it out. Those were like 3 of the 10 people that were there. So it was like kind of weird. I was like, oh, these are kind of my peers, or becoming one of their peers. But you know, I remember I did the first Play the Punk challenge there. I even had an intro video for that, and I did this elaborate intro video for me getting to SGC with my face on a map. I don't think it's even on YouTube. He's a fan of that. That's the one thing he's a fan of mine of. So you know, when you hey, what's going on? It's camouflage back there. You have a TooManyGames shirt on. You blend into the back. But right now, I'm on a stage where it's getting harder and harder for me to do the content I used to do. Just because you get older, things change. You live in an extremely expensive area of the country. So you have to do things to keep going. And Pat the NES Punk never really, unfortunately, and I'll repeat up this all on the Not So Common podcast this week when I record, but it never, unfortunately, broke out. Like, not that, yes, it would have been great that after I did like the NWC video with James, I would have got 1 million subscribers. But yes, that would have been much better. But then if I did that, there might have been no podcast. I would have been on Twitch right now playing Fortnite. Maybe. But you see, like, your careers go in different directions. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter about that. No. So, Pat the NES Punk is not going to leave. I'm still going to have time to do the videos. And 10th anniversary, I'd probably put something together for you guys if you want to watch it. Yeah. Seriously, I really want to see it. Let's make sure the audio's here. So this is a short preview. It's not the entire video. I was editing through the night. Did I hear a boo? I was editing through the night and I got 90% done. So it's like I can't show you 90% of a video. I can show you like the first 4 minutes of it and at least get a taste for it.
Finish it.
Is it more than what you put on Patreon last night?
What's that?
Is it more than what you put on Patreon last night?
No, it takes plug my Patreon. Yes, I put it on Patreon last night. So patreon.com/Contri. You ready? I'm gonna stay up till my flight. Thursday morning, worth it. You guys like that?
Yeah.
So did we get the USB power for the?
Yes.
We can
So
test the
when you're
NES.
ready for the NES, I'm gonna switch over.
Yeah, we're gonna test that like we can probably test that now. But let's do a Q&A. Okay. Give it for Christy helping with the AV back here. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's kind of working. Anyone have a Q-tip?
I think I do, Pat. Do you really need one?
If you have rubbing alcohol as well.
Oh, no, I don't have that.
Oh, we got it. Let's test the audio on that real quick, and then we'll come back and show you a couple things I'll show you. We'll do the audio on this. Where's Contra? So before you guys go back and search, you guys know the significance of Bad News Baseball and the Pat the NES Punk lore, if you can say there's lore. No? Good. You'll find out. It should be audio on the NES right now. It's plugged in.
Yeah, we're connected as
The red one.
as best we could.
Should not.
There we go.
Oh, that work?
You're getting some. Just a little bit though.
Raise it a little bit.
It's only coming out of the projector.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, it's not on the board. All right. Well, at least we were running it, so that's good.
There's still nothing out of the PA.
Yeah.
The PA might not understand this guy. You might
Okay.
have to go to the picture.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll go back to the laptop real quick. So what's going on besides my 10th anniversary video? I'm working on a certain Super Nintendo guidebook. It's exciting. Wow. All right, and let's see what I got here. And here's a preview of the cover. Oh my God. There's the cover. It's all purpley. So that's going to kickstart in the fall. I might do a pre-Kickstarter special on my website at ultimatesnes.com, which just goes to my Shopify account, save you a few bucks. And it's like 80% written. 80%. So yeah, give me feedback on anything, what articles you want to see in the back. It'll be mainly the same format, same weight. Still kill someone with it. But we're also gonna have, for you Europeans out there, a PAL cover as well. And then we're probably gonna do something
You just said that so people have to buy 2 copies, not to get both covers.
that they can buy both copies, or they can buy 3, because we're gonna do a limited edition. This is a mock-up, but this is what we're trying to figure out how to do this with like full, like premium foil covers and special
chromium cover.
Chromium cover. No, we're trying to figure this out. We're trying to figure out how to do that.
How to make it spin.
Spin like that when it comes.
It may not spin like that. It doesn't. That's what we want the limited one to sort of look
Will
like.
it still hover in midair?
Will hover in midair. It has special levitation technology going.
Well,
So
Kickstarter.
that's what's going on with that. Video game years might come back at some point. Might. We'll see. Might. And then also, there's a documentary, Not for Resale, The Last Life of Video Games. That's gonna come out next year. We'll probably have a panel at Portland this year to discuss it. So that's gonna be really special as well. And then, other stuff. I gotta edit some Flea Market Madness. It's funny, I have Flea Market Madness volume 30 on here from last year that I probably showed. I was supposed to be from 2016. I showed here 2 years ago. Wow. I have a folder for each convention here. So that's what's going on. So I think we're good on the laptop. I think that's it. So we can disconnect that. So we can do let's see, we have like 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Do we have any cool Q&As we can do before we switch to the Play the Pump challenge? Yes, sir.
Yeah. 2 questions. One, what do you think they say would be the best Mega Man game on the NES, other than 2 and 3?
Well, you guys know I'm a huge Mega Man fan. One of the largest. The best Mega Man game besides 2 and 3?
Yes.
I don't know, 1? I don't know. I reviewed 4 for the book. 4 was fun.
Okay. And 2, how are you feeling about the new Mega Man 11 coming out soon?
Oh, if you listen to the CU podcast, I think it looks nice. It looks fun. It looks like they're changing it up a little bit. The mechanics. I will want to play that Mega Man game. You can quote me on that.
Yeah. Hey, all I know for sure is it has to be better than Mighty Number 9.
Oh yes, well, I can make up a game right now on the spot to be better than my number 9, most likely. In the back. Yes.
With the advent of Bloodstain,
I'm sorry, what?
with the advent of games coming out like Bloodstain,
Okay.
what is your personal opinion on the idea of a spiritual remaster of certain franchises, like his reference of Mighty Number 9?
Oh, it's fantastic because you might never get. What's the odds you'll get like a 8-bit style Castlevania game ever again from Konami? Kind of low. So why not let other people run with the idea? The spiritual success. I think it's a great idea. Maybe not how Mighty Number 9 turned out, but no, Bloodstained. Their remake was the D-make, you can call it. I like the D-make thing that's been happening. I think that there's a bigger market for that we're going to see probably, I think, explode the next few years. Taking these newer games and then going back and doing earlier versions of it that might have existed 25 years ago. I think that's interesting. She's sir.
What do you think about Ronda Rousey stealing your song?
Ronda Rousey still bad reputation. She's doing well in WWE. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't know how I got away with that on YouTube for so long.
Yeah.
Using the whole version. Wow, that intro is way too long. It used to be everyone on YouTube have like a 55-second intro to their videos. Yes, sir.
Have you ever considered shooting in 4K? And how do you feel about YouTubers talking about controversial topics within the YouTube community?
So the first thing, YouTubers talking about controversial topics within the community. People are going to talk about what people want to hear. So controversy gets clicks and listens, and we haven't shied away from controversy on the CU podcast from time to time. There's certain YouTubers that say stuff that affect everyone and affect people's money in their pockets. So of course people are going to talk about it. So that's only natural. And then I don't think anyone wants to see me in 4K. Way too much detail. Way too much detail. All right, we'll do a couple more questions. Super. If you have a really good question, you get a tasty cake. How about that? It has to be a really good question. I'll let the audience decide. Yes, sir.
How has Castle Contri been treating you?
How has Castle Contri been treating me? Hasn't been treating my wallet well. It's getting there. The game room is finally coming together. You can walk across most of it now. Most of it. You guys okay if I throw stuff? I don't want to hit that child playing the Switch. Yeah, whatever, I'll risk it. There you go. Oh, Ian's asking a question. You just want tasty cake. You don't care. No, I saw you stole a crimpet last night, probably.
No, I grabbed it before I left.
Oh, yes. You stole it before you left. Yes, sir. There you go.
Right, on a scale of somebody dumping 75 copies of Madden on your door to chasing down your gold NWC card, how would you rank your interest in the daisy chained NWC console that was just discovered?
You have a weird scale. About 75 copies of Madden 95.
Yeah.
The daisy chaining thing is really, I think it's great because it will be able to replicate what the competition really was. Because no one's ever been able to do that. I have not seen a live event do like a live NWC head to head at the same time without saying like 1, 2, 3, go. You know what I mean? Like it's not hard. You want a yodel?
Sure.
Watch out, everyone. These are like hard. I'll do like 2 more questions and we'll run out of stuff I want to eat. Yes. We'll do both of it. 1 on 1.
Alright, so, I have a YouTube channel with less subscribers than you had in 2008.
I'm sorry, you have less subscribers now
than
than
you had in 2008. Yeah, I do it for fun, not for money. I don't really care, but it always frustrates me is like people that watch them say they're great and then nobody else ever heard of them. So the question is there a forum like Game Trailers was for you back then to submit something that somebody like that could do today?
So the question is there a forum like Game Trailers outside of YouTube that you can submit videos that people might see and give it a shot?
That's what we do.
Retroware was doing it for a while. I probably got my whole Retroware career in the middle of this 10 years, for better or for worse. But they went Devil Dog?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Retroware still does user submissions. I think they're going to try to relaunch Retroware at some point. These are great.
Okay.
People, get your hands up. I don't know why you're not. And yes, you had a question.
Yeah. What do you think Frank would think about the 10th anniversary?
I don't know if Frank knows I've been doing this for 10 years. I feel like calling Frank and asking him, be like, if we had more time, I would. I've called Frank live from convention before, it was pretty funny. What do you want? Which one?
I'll take whatever. Just an empty box.
Empty. Do you want a no, I love crimpets too much. You want a peanut butter cup?
Sure.
It's gonna hurt.
We
Oh, I didn't see that little child there. I'm sorry. I went right past his head. All right. Well, I didn't hurt anyone. You guys all just want. Okay. Rapid fire round, but no food. Go.
I've really been a fan of your marathons that you've been doing and how they're evolving. This most current one, you had kind of like a whole house full traded around. I felt like that was really fun. It worked really well. Is there a plan to replicate that for this year's marathon? And are you still having fun with it as well? I know it's a taxing thing, but
I don't think the fun is the important part of doing it. It's a lot of work, prep work. But no, I agree that this was a great marathon. But it was great because I didn't even play that much during this last marathon because we had like 5 people. I was more managing it, which was fine and kept it going more smoothly. But yeah, I think if I can get like Andre and Gerard back and Alex, they're fantastic. Yeah, Ian's up for it.
Spike.
No, I'm not having Spike at Castle Contri. I'm gonna ruin my leather couches.
That was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
The last one?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Oh, speaking of that, I might be starting on Twitch soon.
Nice.
Or Facebook gaming or something, or all this other stuff out there. Rapid fire, in the back, shoot it. I have not finished the Super Mario Duck on Coffee Cable. Yes.
Will you be at AVGC this year?
I will be at ABGC with Ian in the middle at Middle
Right.
House.
I'll see you there and think of a better question then.
Yes. Basically, worthy question. Yes.
Favorite Robot Master?
Favorite role? Wow, you know how much I love Mega Man. So many Mega Man questions. Tasty Cake Man? Yes.
Delicacies in front of you, what are you looking forward to on the East Coast?
Other than the what?
Delicacies in front of you.
delicacies, one for the East Coast. Pork roll. All right, in the back.
We've heard that Ian imports his own pizza for Valentine's Day. Do you have your own personal favorite pizza place from Jersey that you miss?
There was a few good ones. My few local ones were really good. There was one in Union, New Jersey that was good too. I don't remember the name of it. It did a nice chicken roll, like a struffle, like chicken and marinara, and it's really good. Besides the pizza, but no, I don't import anything. I'm not. I don't know. I don't think the only thing I import is truthfully the honey balls from like Italian bakeries. I import that stuff because that's healthy. I would import Friendly's watermelon rolls if I could.
What would you say your favorite non-Nintendo console is?
My favorite non-Nintendo console is audience.
TurboGrafx 16.
I did that Christmas video. Check it out. 2010.
How about Ultimate TurboGrafx 16 book?
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna be a giant troll. I'm gonna do the book and there'll be like 20 people back. I just wasted a year and a half doing that. All right, we're gonna do a challenge. Play the punk. Woo! But not really, because you're gonna play each other because I am really good at these games usually. And I've only lost challenges about 3 times in 8 years. So, but I might unretire for one for the 10th anniversary. All right, who wants to play the punk challenge?
I would do it!
No, hold on, sir. I don't know how you know how this works. You don't just walk up and yell. Like, that's not how this works. There's some democracy to this. I have to like you a little bit. I'm sure you're a nice person. All right, how about you, sir? All right, who hasn't asked a question? You, sir. That's a fancy outfit. Very fancy. All right, what's your name? Jeffrey.
Sean Nice.
What?
Sean Nice.
Sean Nice. Jeffrey. Sean for short. Sean Nice. Better than the Sean Bad I met last week. Okay. All right. I think this is controller 1. This is controller 2. So have you guys heard of the Play Punk Challenge before?
Oh, yes. Last year, yes.
Oh, did you play last year?
Yeah, I was in the Abobo challenge.
Who did you play?
I forget his name.
Did you win?
Yes.
Oh, well, good for you. Wow, he's a veteran. Jeffrey, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Oh, you're in trouble. All right, we're going to do the Play the Punk Challenge folder. Special folder. We're going to do something quick here. You know what's usually fun here? Usually a fun one. We have some. It's like the Olympics. There's experimental games they didn't work out, like Spy versus Spy, things like that. Let's do a popular one. Let's do Karate Champ. Oh, Jeffrey has the game. Like, do you want to play it? He's like, maybe. All right, and then the sound's coming out of the projector. Hit start and go. We're gonna watch this. All right. All right. So we got Jeffrey in the white garb and Sean Nice in exactly the color he's wearing. All right. We have Jeffrey's going the wrong way already. Spin around. He's trying to do a kick. And nothing's going. There's other buttons you can use. There's more than one technique. There's more than one technique you can use. Spin kick, going nowhere. Oh, nice. Sean with the sweep, the foot sweep. Called out from the prancing gentleman at the top. All right. Look at that. It's all about. I actually gave this 3 stars in a certain NES guide, but once you know how to play it. Oh, kick to the tush. Kick to the tush from Jeffrey. All right. I want to see a Frank Dukes jump kick here. Let's do it. Do it. Stop. The judge can't take it anymore. This is like, no, this is going. So it's whoa, Jeffrey. So it's 1-0 Jeffrey right here. And we have oh, there we go.
No. Why?
You guys are fighting air. You're shadow kicking, shadow boxing, and oh, you almost got it back. Oh, nice high kick. Oh! Jumping back kick to the tush. All right, this is it. This is a recreation of Dukes versus Jackson in the game. You know, they knew how to do the moves. Come on, there's a punch move too. Oh, you can't take any more. Red. Oh, it's still going. It's 1-1. Okay. So I'm gonna do a jump kick and end it. You guys might take this out of the rotation. Oh, okay. I like the shredding of the visuals on the screen too. That's a nice touch to this. To my mind right now. Oh, nice kick to. Oh, you made his feelings hurt. All right, here. Once again here.
Finish him, Johnny.
Oh my God, you guys! I might have called it. Call it a draw. So the judge is like, this is enough. And Sean wins. Oh, Sean, do you want a tasty cake or the digital download code for a certain NES guidebook? Oh, you got it last year. You want a big cup? You want a yodel? You want the big cup? Reese's Big Cup. There you go. It's not tasty. And then I'll give you something too. I'll give you a download code, Jeffrey. And you're not playing again next year, Sean. Give it up for that. Give it up for Jeffrey and Sean. We got time for a few more. Who hasn't asked a question yet? Pam, come on up.
Oh.
A little nepotism there. I know Pam for years. She's nice. Give it up for Pam. And then who else wants to do it? Orange hat. That's also cheat. Stand down. Oh, wow. Okay. What's your name? Joey. Joey, and your name?
I am Pam.
Give it up for Joey. Pam. Number 2, number 1. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, something's happening. Weird. Weird happened there. We should shut the light off in the front for this. Maybe.
Third down.
Oh, thank you. Oh, we're doing the math. We're doing dog punches. Oh yes. It's a staple. First one to 3 wins. Please know how to add or subtract or divide. I'm still waiting for someone to know how to divide. All right. So Joey's on the left, and then Pam is the pinkish junior on the right. So you got to add to 25 or subtract or fall into the water. If you fall into the water, you go back to 0. So Pam right now has 6. She's gonna add. I don't know for multiplication, but okay. She's up to 15. She's going strong. You're adding to 25. Oh! What's that?
Do I have to add again?
You have to add again. Oh, it doesn't go back to 0. You just have to get it. So don't. If you hit a number, it will go back to this. You probably want to add here and get a sign. And Joey's figuring out how to play still. Have you added before, Joey? There should be no excuses. All right.
It's a hell of a hobby.
Oh, he just stole the 9. Let's see.
Where are the numbers heading on?
You top left.
have to get the symbols at the bottom. The symbols on the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I've done math before.
All right, so Pam is, she's at 24. Pam's almost there. Oh! Let's see, I think she's okay. I don't think she should start over. No, she's still good. She's still good. Pam's gonna get 1. Oh, there you go. Pam gets there. I think I want to call it. I don't want to go through this again. You got a nice little apple. All right, multiply. Multiplication is the name of the game here. Unfortunately, you can't really multiply more than once. This is going to take forever. I still have never seen someone successfully divide in this game and had it work out. I've seen this game. This game's been around for 30 years and no one's ever divided. All right, Joey's at 27. Pam's at 53. She has to keep adding up here. She's going to add, see, I would add, you got a 7 there, you got an 8. All right, she's at 60. She's going back to the 7 well. She's at 67. She's got another plus. Wow.
There's no 9.
She's at 73. Oh wow, that was quick. Wow. Damn. That was one of the fastest Downtown Junior matches ever. Damn, what would you like? Would you like a download code or would you like a tasty cake?
We'll go with the download code.
Thank you. And then you want a tasty cake? We're gonna give you the driest substance out there, the devil dog. Here you go. Give it up for Joey. There you go. All right, we got time for a couple more.
No, we don't. Sorry.
We have time for one more. I'm coming out of retirement for the Bubble Deathmatch Challenge. Who wants to fight me? Who wants to fight me? How about you, Daniel? Come on, let's do it. Daniel's actually been working on a certain Super Nintendo guidebook as a writer, but I'm going to put him in his place here, real quick. Oh no, this is not ice hockey. You don't get to dictate what the game is. I said it was the Abobo Deathmatch Challenge. This is the Abobo Deathmatch Challenge.
Okay.
Watch me just roast me now. Watch this happen. Okay, here we go. It's for all the marbles. This is for all the revenue of the book. That's not binding. All right, and then we're gonna go. I can't commentate while I do this. This is gonna be rough. All right, here we go. All right, you're up, Bobo. I can't hold the microphone, sir. While I do it. All right, I am in blue. Daniel is in purple. My YouTube career is meaningless if I lose this.
Daniel.
Shots fired.
Oh, Dan's getting the hang of it. I don't like this stuff. I'm getting nervous. I was right away.
First orthodox strategy.
Daniel's a fast
Like
learner.
an elaborate Russian dance.
All these next fighting games are just doing dance games.
It's like we're watching Karate Champion.
That's zero life.
Quick, somebody on podcast controller.
Oh no, wait, it's not legal. Oh.
Back.
Come back, Pat.
Oh, we wanted to call this early. Just get up.
No!
Daniel's really immortal. He hacked it.
He is a game dev.
I don't know that much about this. Actually, maybe.
My career is not for nothing. Give it up for Daniel. Thanks guys for coming out. Thanks for 10 years of YouTube and Past NES fun. I'll be back at my booth. Say hi. Enjoy the rest of your Games.